that is going to take. So before that, so yeah, slide is about what's your dream. That is, once you complete your engineering, I think everyone are engineering students, right? Yes. Myself is also a chemical engineer way back. So the thing is, once we finish our engineering, we are left with three options. Either we join a job, or either we start an enterprise, or the other thing is to study more, which we as engineering students rarely touch upon or we hate things. Okay. When we enter into this entire presentation is about how to study more. Okay. Studying more, you have multiple options, and one of the options we present to you is civil service, the UPSC examination, the exam that is conducted by Union Public Service Commission regarding the civil services. Yeah. So many people who have taken or have gone into services, you see videos, they keep on saying civil service has been a lifelong dream. Why do they say that? It's their dream to get into services. Why is that so? Apart from money. Sorry? Little bit audible because the room is big. Make it louder. Authority. The power spectrum. Other than this, sorry. Reputation. Yeah. Power structure and the social structure. Once you get into service, the day before you get into a rank list, you're a normal person. Let's imagine me. Okay, Samrat, a person in Bangalore. Okay, who is working in Shankar as a teacher. Versus the day I get into the rank list, let's imagine I get rank number 8 or rank number 10, I become IAS. The power structure or the social structure, the shift we get to the social structure from a normal person to the officer. Okay, this exam gives us a huge jump in the social structure, considering the social dimensions in India. Okay, so yeah, social structure jump. Other than this, there needs to be something. That will be the last thing anyone speaks of. You keep saying, I'll find out the last thing. Name and fame, yeah, social structure, reputation, I'll put under it. Next one. The last thing. The first thing why you should have come to the service becomes the last option. Okay, serves. The name itself is Indian Administrative Service, Indian Police Service, and Indian Foreign or Forest Service. There are multiple services. Generally, in society, we talk about three services. It was actually Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel who actually made it service. Before the British rule, it was just Indian police. Okay. Then Patel came and said to Indians that it is not police, it is a service. It's a form of doing service. Like a doctor who serves patients, you are a policeman who is serving people by taking care of them. Okay. That's why service spectrum came in. And there are multiple ways to service, as you can debate also. There are multiple ways. Many people who have not gone into service are also successful. Okay, many NGOs. Okay, many many reformers or something. But what is the difference that this service gives is it inevitably makes you compassionate. Okay, the everyday morning you get up, you are bound to serve people. Provided you go with a good intention, other than making money. Okay, you need to serve people. Okay, in India it is accepted generally. If you want to make good or if you want to make bad, you need to have power. That's why people say don't make small mistakes in India. If you do mistakes, you make big. Okay. If Reliance loots 1,000 crores, it's totally fine. But a farmer gets 2 lakhs loans and doesn't repay, he has to commit suicide. Got the idea? Okay. So in Indian social structure, it gives you power to give service to the people. Okay. So that's why many people, when they clear the service, they say it is a lifelong dream because it inevitably makes you compassionate. It gives a different kind of mindset that leave this service thing. Okay, if you just study for this exam, the knowledge expanse you get cannot be compared with any exam. My brother is a chartered accountant. You can never compare my mindset and his mindset because of the only simple pretext that we study more. We study vast. We understand many things that no other exam in India gives. No other exam in India. Not just for this service. This exam gives you that much amount of knowledge. It broadens your mindset that you can't even imagine how much knowledge you have. Okay? You can't compare yourself with the other people who get normal jobs. Okay, that's why it is said to be a lifelong dream. And in this dream, we as a Shankar IAS Academy, we help you in this dream. We started off in 2004 in Chennai. Chennai is our main branch. From there we started off, and now we have multiple branches in multiple cities such as Trivandrum and all. And the major branch apart from Chennai is in Delhi. The next important branch for us is Bangalore. Just because Bangalore students we are getting too much of admissions in Bangalore. Because the Bangalore students' mentality has completely changed. Earlier it was not into UPSC. They're just into non-startups. Job intake is growing too much because of the advantage of technology or advantage of transport, advantage of awareness. Many students are coming in. We have 2,000 plus handling. And as you can see, this is the success rate of Shankar IAS Academy as such. Apart from 2015, you could have seen the numbers in triple digits. As the exam got complicated, civil service in India is actually of two steps, okay? Two types. One is central government, other is state government. And in central government, you have totally three types of recruitment. Any candidate wants to enter into government, that is for the normal organization, apart from PSUs, has to enter through these three exams only. One is UPSC, what is called as Union Public Service Commission. It does examination for Group A jobs, the elite jobs of India. Okay, the elite jobs which gives you power, the elite jobs which keeps you higher in the hierarchical structure. Okay, the next will be the Group B jobs that come under SSC, Staff Selection Commission. What you always hear as CGL exam, Tier 1, Tier 2 CGL exam, combined graduate level exams. These are SSC, and next comes the banking, be it IBPS, be it SBI. Okay, then is the state service. Here the state service is TNPSC, Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission. For your case, it is KPSC, Karnataka Public Service Commission. All the states have their own public service commissions. And when you write this UPSC examination, you will be actually writing one examination for in total 32 posts. Only one examination, 32 elite posts of India, you will be writing only one examination. And the UPSC exam can be divided into two stuffs. It is not be openly divided, but you can understand it to be two stuff. That is All India Service as one dimension, and the other is Central Service. All India Service will have three posts, that is Indian Administrative Service, other is Police, other is Forest, not Foreign. Okay. Next goes the Central Service. Here we get Foreign Service. Apart from this, these many services are there under Central Service. Okay. For one exam, you will be writing whatever rank you get, you will be qualified to that number of posts. Okay. So now inevitably the discussion comes, what is the difference between All India Service and Central Service? What is the difference? What's the difference? Because we made two slides, no? There should be some difference. Seriously, I can't hear. All India Service and Central Service. What? Same examination, same recruitment. Okay, central government will recruit you, central government will train you, and for All India Service, you will be posted in individual states. Okay, Annamalai from Tamil Nadu got posted in Karnataka. Okay, Rohini Sindhuri from Andhra something, she got posted in Karnataka. Okay, that is all India service people, once they are posted, they will be posted only in the states. They will be working in the states and they will retire in the states. Their payment will be coming from central government, but they will be working in the states and they will be retired in the states. But this central service, they will be working only under central governments. They will be just sent to the states for time being. Let's imagine 3 years, 4 years, and they will be sent to different states. That's why it is said as central service. That is, you don't have a state to state. You will be keeping on shifting from state to state since you are a central government employee. That's the subtle difference. And the question comes now is, why is foreign service not an all India service but a central service? Because once you clear and you become a foreign service officer, the diplomat, what we hear of, you will be posted outside India. Outside India, you don't have any states of India, so automatically you get qualified under central government. That's why it's a central service. For namesake, it's a central service, but it can be compared to the IAS. It fights to the level of IAS in the terms of hierarchy, in the terms of esteem, in the terms of salary. Okay, the only central service which fight all these exams, same exams, okay, nothing technical. Forest gets little bit technical. Same exam, okay, you'll be writing only one national paper because forest itself is a technical job. Okay, you'll be just getting posted in a state, you'll be in the state. Let's imagine I get posted in Tamil Nadu, I'll be working only in a Tamil Nadu forest zone. I'll not touch that state. So, little bit technical, the post gets into. Okay, so here henceforth, there will be slides, there will be people in the photos. Okay, we'll be talking about those people also, and we'll be talking about the slides. If you have any doubts, raise up your hand. I'll stop there and talk, or after the presentation gets over, you can also ask. Okay, now it starts. The first slide is about educational qualification. UPSC is the only examination, or KPSC also. It's the only examination. It gives a basic qualification, that is, a graduate in any discipline from a recognized university. It's as simple as that. Your college is recognized, you get a graduate degree. Okay. You can also governmental education, that is more superior education. That is not only BTech, even people MTech, people PhDs, doctors, lawyers, everyone can write. The person in the slide, Rishabh, he is a chartered accountant. Okay, he was a chartered accountant, then he gave the exam and then he cleared in the earlier age. Okay, so you can get into technical education also. You can fulfill your dream of getting technical or specialized in your own stream and you can come back. But if at all you are going to pursue UPSC only as your career option, then why do you go to technical? Okay, just finish your engineering and last year itself you can apply for the exam and you can write off rather than wasting time. Because even if you hold double PhD also, they will train you for 1 year again as a basic normal person. Because the skill set of this service is completely different compared with other services. Okay. Next, age limit starts. Okay. The basic age limit is 21 to 32. This is for a general category student. Okay. 21 means even people who are 20 or 21 who are still writing the examination of last 4th year of your college or the last year of college can still apply. The moment you enter into the interview phase after clearing prelims and mains, you need to produce your finished college degree certificate. That is, you have been a graduate. They want that. Okay. Still, you are a graduate. You can write for the exam, provided it's a 4th year exam. Okay. It starts from 21 to 32. OBC candidates can go till 35. That is, general candidates will have 6 attempts. OBC candidates will have 9 attempts, 21 to 35. SC and ST will have 21 to 37. This 16 years, they can give 16 attempts, full-fledged, okay, just to improve the social representation of the depressed classes. Government is bringing it, okay. This person, Karthikeyan, and the physically handicapped will go till 40, okay, no exceptions for that. And this person, Karthikeyan, he got into service at 30 or 31 precisely, okay. I would suggest you to start early. Okay, government inevitably favors young people. The basic idea behind this young people is you can easily bend a small, what you call a small stick or something, not a big rod. Okay, you can't bend a person after he has become a a big grown tree. Your value set or your skill set does not change once you cross 30 or 32. It's the government's assumption. Okay, it's not my assumption because I'm also going to give the exam. Okay, so government's assumption is this, and once you cross 31 or 32, if you go to interview, it doesn't affect you in your first two stages. If you go to interview, there is a slight bias in marks. Okay, younger people, if they perform well, you get too much of marks, and old people, post 30s get to be old nowadays in India, and once you cross 30, you have to perform too much good. That becomes a problem for you. Okay, so start early. Engineering students, I know what you do in college. Okay, because you'll understand by my marks. I got 95% in my second PU. I got 75% when I finished my college. Okay, that 75 also came because the third and fourth year I got 8.6 CGP continuously to grow my marks. Okay, it's very simple that you don't study for engineering. You don't study, you study just the day before examination, because I have done, many of us have done. Okay, that gives you too much amount of time to study UPSC. This is the reality. But you don't study. Okay, see, understand one thing. It's not it's something like none of the people we travel with in college, no, they don't end up once you cross 30 or 26. Okay, so enjoying college life is a time of enjoyment. I do agree that okay, you need to enjoy, party, fun, everything is fine. Okay, but to a limit. In a day, you enjoy for 1 hour, it's fine totally, 1 hour, 2 hours. Entire day itself is enjoyment, and life will start enjoying. Okay, so what I say is enjoy, but plan your day properly. Okay, have this habit of planning. If you plan properly, you can actually study, you can finish off the entire UPSC inside the college days itself. And once you write in the last year, you can clear the exam. And engineering students are gifted, trust me, to study too much than other branch students. Just because you study in the last day and clear the examination, you know the tricks to study. Okay, so start very early. It will give you a huge lead up, and the job you get into is very, very esteemed and prestigious. Okay, it's not a normal job. It's not a normal employment. See how it is a difference. What is the difference that compared to this job and that job is? I'll say you very simple. Let's imagine I got into IBM when I cleared my college. Okay, I was a chemical engineer, but I got into IBM. Okay. The moment I got selected into IBM, I got a appointment letter, right? Appointment letter from IBM chief, India's MOD chief of operation. He gave me the appointment letter, and versus my friend after 3 years, he got into IAS, and his appointment letter came directly from Delhi. From the signature was from President of India. Okay, you see the difference, power difference that is going to create. That one moment you receive that post, it changes your life. One moment that will be remembered till you die. That's the subtle power difference. President of India, not a seal. IBM was just a seal, digital signature. President of India, blue ink. He signed it. He signed it and stamp was there. That's the difference. Okay. So plan your studies properly. It's an easy exam to crack. Chalo. This examination in total has 5 stages. Okay. Only the 3 stages is what's spoken of in the media. Leave out the 5th stage, that is rank list. 4th stage, medical test. All these 3 stages we'll be talking in henceforth slide. I'll talk about this medical test. Okay, medical test is very, very, very important for UPSC. Okay, they will test your blood vitals, and they'll test your weight levels and eyesight also. Okay, eyesight, even power till 7 or 8 is acceptable even for police service. My friend Rahul is there. He has power of 7.5. Still is a police service officer. Okay, they will constitute a special board. They'll leave you free. They will check your blood. They will check your vitals. If you fail in the first medical test, they will give you 45 days time. Let's imagine person is obese. Okay, too much of weight. They give you 45 days time. You have to decrease or you have to change what is the mistake in your report, medical report. They'll give you 45 days time. In that 45 days time, you have to change yourself, and after that, they'll constitute a special board and check again do the medical report. If you fail there, even if you get first rank, they'll cancel you. This is one thing media, no one speaks in the media. Okay, medical is very vital because my friend in 2018 got 302 rank. She was cancelled and she was given unfit for services. If they write once unfit for service, it's over forever. Okay, so take care of your health. Okay, Not only eating junk is going to help you. Take care of your health. Medical is really vital, okay, in this game. And we'll start about the first stage, okay. Preliminary examination. Until now, any doubts anyone have, need to ask about? Just a minute.
So what?
You go, sir. Let's start. Okay. Preliminary examination. It has two papers. Paper number 1 will be in morning and paper number 2 will be in afternoon. It will be of 2 hours. It's a pen and paper exam, not a computer exam. Okay. Pen and paper OMR based examination still. Okay. And first paper will be general studies. It will be having 100 questions. One question will carry 2 marks. The second paper will be having 80 questions. One question will be carrying 2.5 marks. The negative marking is there in paper. It is 1/3 of each and every question. So paper 1 is you will be getting a negative marking of 0.6 and paper 2 will end up with a negative marking of 0.8. Okay. This person, Chitra, her photo is being posted. Now she is a Dharmapuri district collector still. And her photo is posted because many people say it's the toughest exam. She got more than 140 in paper 1 out of 200. Okay, there are people who get more marks. That's why exam is not tough. Studying and planning of the examination becomes tough. If you do it properly, you can crack. Okay, live example before you is me. I got 132 in paper 1. You can easily score, provided you study properly. Okay. Next is the paper 2 qualifying examination. Paper 2 is completely qualifying. That is, you need to score 33%. You need to score 33%. That is, you need to get 66.66 marks. Okay, precisely 66.66. You need to score above that. If you don't clear in this paper, the first paper scores will also not be counted. Okay, first paper you need to cross a cutoff based on the category, based on the vacancies of that year. They will be giving a score. You need to cross this. But in this paper, you need to clear it off. That helps engineering students. Okay, this paper is made up of reasoning, quantitative aptitude, and English. This is the only paper that is made for us and gifted to us. Okay, this person, why I have posted us, she is an engineer who cleared this exam. Okay, engineering students, it is expected that you have little bit edge in the quantitative aptitude compared to the medical and law students. That's why we have posted her. Okay. This is the paper number 1, general studies paper that I spoke for 100 questions, 2 marks. This is the syllabus, broad syllabus. Okay. The highlighted things are the syllabus. These are the first things: history, geography, polity. Polity is nothing but your civics of the history you studied in the school, 10th standard. Next comes the economy. Okay, it is not economics in India. In UPSC, it is economy. They don't ask you plain economics there because that's of no use for you. Okay, they ask you how Indian economy is working. What are the issues in the Indian economy? Then comes the environmental issues and general science. Okay, general science as such is not asked these days. Now, what the focus is about? Application science, that is technology. They focus on technological aspects rather than the pure science aspect. The first thing is current affairs. Okay, current affairs is what you study in newspaper. If at all you are studying for current affairs, don't study this bank exam stuff. Okay, who appointed who, what happened on that day, what awards you got. They don't want that. They want to see the analysis. Okay, 60% of all the boards in Karnataka should be in Kannada. Okay, that's the new ordinance. Okay, they're not worried about that. You keep 60%, you keep 600%. They're really not worried. What is your analysis? What do you think about this as a student? Because they see you as not a student. The moment you enter into the examination interview hall, they actually don't see you as a student. They see you as a colleague, their colleague. They sit there and they'll talk with you for 40 minutes. If things go bad to you, it becomes a very drilling session. If things are a little bit good, no, it will be like a friendly conversation. Because they don't see you as a student, rather they see you as a face of the nation. Because next, if you get selected for the next 30 years, you are going to be the one who is going to lead the country. Modi may be here today, he may die tomorrow. Okay. Same with all the politicians. They'll come and go. But there is only few people that are administrator who are going to be forever together. That is, they are the steel frame of India. They are the one who is going to run the administration. That's why they see them as a face of nation. That's why you are asked to study about current affairs. Okay. If you know what has happened in the past, history and geography, and if you know what is happening today, tomorrow's problem you can solve. This is the basic expectation. This is what Jawaharlal Nehru also has said. Okay, that's why they ask you to study current affairs. Okay. Next comes the paper 2. The paper 2 syllabus is this much, but I can clearly divide it into 3 stuff. One is quantitative aptitude, second is the logical reasoning, the third will be English. Okay, so this will be 80 questions and you need to get 67 marks in this. Okay, this is the paper 2 all about. And till now, prelims, any doubts? Prelims is over, have to enter into mains. Any doubts? To ask doubts, you should understand first. Are you understanding what I am talking? Yeah. So let's go into mains aspect. Once you get eligible in prelims, that is, you cross a cutoff, you get into mains. Okay. Mains is all about, prelims is all about one that is objective, OMR circling. You'll be familiar with that. OMR circling and it's over. But when it comes to mains, the reality comes out. Real descriptive paper starts. Okay. Prelims happens somewhere in the month of June or July. Okay. Considering the election this time, it will also be around June or July. And the mains will happen somewhere around September, October. This year it will happen in September. Okay. This is the bracket of mains, and the entire mains will be of 1750 marks. Okay. All this 1750 marks. This is the first. Let's see when notification actually happens. Notification comes in next month. If the person is going to write exam this year, notification comes in next month. Prelims happens somewhere in the month of June. This time it's going to happen in May 26th. And mains will happen in October. Results will get posted somewhere around December end. This time it happened in December. We got results last 15-20 days before. And the interview will span out between Jan to March. Okay. And the final result will come somewhere around like April. Majorly. Once the interviews are over, in 5 to 7 days, you will have results in front of you. Okay, once the president approves the result, you will be getting the result. Okay. Chalo. We'll go into the mains, sir. Mains breakup properly. Mains, these many papers you need to pass. Okay, leave out the first 2 papers. There are 4 general studies paper, okay, and 1 essay paper and 2 optional papers. One will be the optional. You will be writing 2 papers morning and evening. These all 6 papers or 7 papers is what you need to score. You score, you cross the cutoff. Okay. And the above 2 papers is completely a qualifying nature. Just because you are an Indian citizen, you should be aware of one regional language. Be it Kannada, be it Tamil, be it Telugu. If you don't know anything, write Hindi. Okay. You need to pass. You need to get 90 marks out of 300 in both the papers. English, because administrative convenience. Everyone knows English today. Okay, that's right. These many papers you need to write. Exam will be for 5 days. 9 papers, straight jacket, you'll be writing. Okay. Every paper, 3 hours. 250 marks. Okay. Essay will have 2 questions, 125 marks, all are general stuff. When it comes to paper 1, you'll have history, geography, and Indian society. How society works. Okay. And when it comes to paper 2, polity and international relations, how India is with its neighbor and in the foreign countries. Okay. The third paper, the one paper gifted to us is third paper, science and technology. Okay. Next, economics and internal security, how border security is working in India. The fourth paper is what you are meant for service. The actual all the papers according to me should be the fourth paper only. Fourth paper is ethics. What is your value set? Are you there for money or are you there for service? They'll find out in 3 hours. They'll ask you to write and they'll find out easily. Whether you're there for what, and they'll find out. Okay. Next comes the optional paper. All these papers still now are general papers. Everyone can write. Last becomes the optional paper. That is, you can select from a list of 40 optionals. to understand the technical nature of your mindset. Okay, so these many papers. Any doubts till now? Means is over. Optional. These many optionals we have in total for UPSC. Optionals you can pick on your own choice. Engineering students, generally government expected engineering students to pick engineering options. That's why they kept engineering, mechanical, civil and chemical engineering. But inevitably all the engineers took other options. Okay, because they did not study properly in the college. Okay, so all the engineering students picked sociology, PSR, political science, myself, anthropology, okay, geography, all the options except engineering options. Okay, so this is one thing. There's the other side of this examination. Let's see how UPSC favors other things. That is how UPSC favors poor people or vulnerable people or people who are less able. Okay, the best example is this girl in the photo. Her name is Purna Sundari. She is an IRS, my own friend. She is disabled. Her only one eyes work properly, other eyes she can't see. Okay, government is inevitably, she should not be in service, no, but she is in service. She is a revenue service officer. This time she is giving interview for IAS again. Okay, once you get into service, apart from you being selected as IAS officer or IFS, you can give the exam again. Okay, so that you can get promoted to the different services if you get good ranks. Let's imagine she is writing examination to get promoted as IAS. She clears with that rank, she will come into the IAS sector. Okay, so this girl, this shows that government is promoting inclusivity. That is, all the people could write this examination, they can take the fair share in the government services. Okay, and good news for the girls, exam fees is 0. Okay, you can join, and there is a little bit favoritism towards girls in the process. Okay, because what we see as women's presence in the administration is very, women's presence happens only in the lower level of administration. When you go to chief secretary, principal secretary, you rarely see a woman. That's why government is trying to favor women too much in the composition. Even Supreme Court doesn't have a chief justice who was a woman till now. It's been 75 years of India's existence, we never had a woman. Okay, that's why we favor this. There's another type of inclusivity. See this guy, Raghupati, IPS. Okay, he is from a rural background. His father is a farmer. To be precise, his father was domesticating cows when he cleared the examination. And now, if you go to his, now also he goes to his village, his father is doing agriculture. Yeah, government favors even poor people to write examination. There's no barrier to write. If you want to be rich, then you could write. It all happens in KS. That's a different story. Okay, but when it comes to UPSC, it inevitably favors merit. Merit has only one name, that is UPSC. You can't play with UPSC. Okay. Next comes the final interview round. Okay. Before this, any doubts till now? Anything to ask? Anything to say? People who are sleeping also can get up. You want to get over. Okay. Before going into personality round slide, let's talk about this girl. Her name is Purna Sundari, Indian Foreign Service Officer. I think she is in Nairobi. Pritika Rani. She is an Indian Foreign Service Officer. Okay. Who is the CM of Tamil Nadu?
Who is the CM?
Stalin. Stalin's party is DMK. Okay. DMK was led or founded by Annadurai. Annadurai's granddaughter is this girl. You saw Raghupati. Sorry. You want to say something? You saw Raghupati. He was a poor guy. This girl, Pritika Rani. Okay. So what I'm trying to say to this is government favors merit. In this exam at least. Okay. Only on the merit basis you will be selected. They'll not be, they'll least bother about who are you. Okay, they'll just check your name so that are you the original person on the ID card. Other than this, they're least bothered who you are. Okay, the person is so humble, down to earth, you will not even understand you met such a person of such stature. Because I and her went to interview same time. So I know her personally. Okay, then comes the personality test. It is for 275 marks. All the two exams, that is prelims and mains, you can write in different states of India. But when you go to interview, you have to go to UPS, Delhi. Okay, Shah Jahan Road, UPSC Bhavan. Okay, Indian Public Service Commission Bhavan. This is where interview actually happens. 275 marks, just 40 minutes. Okay, you watch 12th fail. Okay, there's a foreign service officer. He posted, no, the entrance of this UPSC building. It makes me nostalgic. Okay, the feel of entering into UPSC's interview can never be compensated with any job, be it for a Google CEO interview. Okay, because you will be just valued for whom you are. If you go in, they'll interview you, just you are Samrat. They'll ask you questions, that's it. And if you go in, it gives a different feel, it even gives you goosebumps. Okay, that can never be compensated. Such a level of high level merit, the 40 minutes question will never be, not even a single question is stupid. Every question will be to the point, to the precise what they want. Okay, the answers will be, you will not deviate from the answers. If you deviate from the answers, they'll cut off your answers, they'll ask a different question. They'll take out your personality. The question, it's not about questioning. It's not about, because they have tested your knowledge already in 2 phases, they'll test your personality. Are you fit for the service or not? Are you going to change the nation or are you going to change your economic status? As simple as that. Okay, 275 marks. Okay, it happens in Delhi only. Okay, after this, the cumulative score of mains, leaving the English and the regional paper, that an interview will be added along with your reservation category and the final list will be produced. Okay, this is entire process of UPSC as such. So when we see a survey, this is what engineering students are picking. They are picking geography and anthropology majorly. Okay, they were expected to take engineering, they will not take it. And any optional you can take, they will not ask you a question. Even if you take a law optional and you study, if you are able to clear it, it's fine. Okay, only this paper, that is optional paper, it's of 2 optional subject is of 2 papers, morning 250 and evening 250. That will be a little bit technical. It will be to the level of master's paper, but it's doable. Everyone has done it. Okay, you will understand after 3 months. It's not very tough. Apart from this, all the entire process itself is general. They try to make you completely generalistic, and they take out what they want from you. Okay, this is all about this entire process. So now it's your turn to ask me questions. I finished mine. You can also ask now. Because you were earlier properly hearing.
Ask.
Any doubts?
But really, we will go to class and we will talk about this. Because it was so good, we gained so much more.
Yeah.
So we will try to.
Yeah, the process is very different.
And one more thing is that how to gather the current events. If I go and sit in the newspaper also, we will just read, that's it. But it won't go into our mind, right? So how you are gathering the current event? Daily you will be studying the newspaper or how?
Ma'am, generally when you come to us, whenever you go into UPSC preparation, the paper generally we ask people to study is Hindu because of the quality of the language and the coverage. Nowadays Hindu's coverage is also reduced, it has got political. But you can study newspaper at such a level that you can bring it to just 1 hour. In 1 hour you can finish off the paper which is required for the exam. Okay, not be studying entire paper. What I would suggest my students or what I do is, we study newspaper every single day. Okay, and we will have magazines. There is one institute magazine, one maximum our institute magazine will generally suggest. That magazine will be for the exam purpose. This is for making you aware. Nothing can replace newspaper ever. But you can't carry the entire 365 days newspaper in the examination. Right? So we have a dedicated magazine which we'll study in. And for you guys also, studying newspaper is very important. There was a survey in 2017. This much percentage people only study newspaper in India. What is that percentage? What is that percentage?
12.
Sorry?
12.
Ma'am, this is India.
1 digit.
It was 2%. 2%. Okay. It was just 2%, and nowadays it is expected to fall. It is expected to fall just because of the reason, because our generation, your generation, old generation, okay, your generation is gathering news from Facebook, WhatsApp, and other social media, Instagram, rather than going through a normal pen and paper source. Okay, that's why keep studying newspaper. It's good for you, not only for UPSC. You should be aware at the end of the day. In examination hall, no, they check that only. When I entered into examination hall, the very first question, Delhi Police Commissioner was the interview chairman of the board. I entered in the day before I entered. Italy's election results came out. He saw me. He showed my photo. Is this you? I said yes, sir. What do you think about Italy election? I said, what is there to think about Italy election? He said, the question is, you think presidential form is formed in Italy. Okay, the election type, we follow parliamentary form of government here. Italy follows presidential form of government. The question was presidential. Then he explained, do you like presidential or do you like parliamentary system? I said parliamentary system. Do you think that present government is fine? The working of present government is fine, or the working of present parliament is fine? Then the discussion went off. Okay, they don't want knowledge there. They want analysis. I came from my DAF at Karnataka address. He said, do you think having a state flag, are you fine with the idea of having a state flag? Because Karnataka is the only state that had flag apart from Jammu and Kashmir earlier. Okay. He asked me, are you favor with Karnataka having a state flag? I said, no, sir. Okay, because I had my own justifications. I said, no, sir. My DAF also favored Tamil Nadu's address. He asked me, do you think Jallikattu, do you support Jallikattu? I said, no, sir. That's how the discussion, they want aware. Are you aware what is happening in the country? If you are not aware of what is happening in your country, then what are you going to solve? It's not a technical job, no. It's a general job. Okay. Somewhere, some murder happens, some crime happens. You're not aware of the trend. Okay. Well, this Jamtara, have you watched Jamtara? Netflix? They use credit card. Earlier days, there was no OTP stuff and all. They used to call and they used to ask your credit card number and CVV number, saying that we are going to transfer your money or your bank. We're calling from your bank. With that, they looted hundreds of crores in Jharkhand. If you're not aware of that, how will you be aware of cyber theft, cyber crime?
So all the fields we have to be aware.
Yeah. Every field, majorly, ma'am. You'll be like jack of all trades, not a king of one.
Now you said that you have to read only Hindustan Times, but that
Hindu paper.
Hindu paper, but it is not having that much economics also, na sir. For that we prefer economics times, no?
No, ma'am. That's what. If you are aware with, actually, students are confused. Who is going to write the exam? No. The question is fine. The question is correct, ma'am. Hindu doesn't follow that much economy. That's why what I'm trying to say is, if you are aware with the news, we will give you the dedicated content in the magazine, where you will understand. Let's imagine RBI is increasing the repo rate. Okay, you don't know what is repo rate. See in the magazine, you'll be knowing what is repo rate.
Actually,
Hindu is not a news. Ma'am, no paper is there in India which suffices the purpose of UPSC exam.
That is true. But I thought that we have to go for economics and be more focused on that.
Then if you say like that, then you have to study defense IDS in Defense Security Magazine for defense, internal security. So you can't end, no. If I go like that, it will take 100 more years to finish for my UPSC preparation. By that time, I'll also be not relevant UPSC lot. The idea is correct, ma'am.
How you selected the specialization? Like you said, you being from civil, but you didn't chemical, mechanical, whatever it is. But you didn't went for that stream. So how you thought that?
No, my brother was a chartered accountant, so I was aware of competence.
Can you give any best 5 courses which can be selected by the students?
For which thing?
For the IAS.
Courses, how do I suggest, ma'am? Which 5 best options? Optionals you're asking. The best option, see, earlier there was a trend. The question ma'am raised is, which are the best 5 optionals that a student can pick if he or she enters into UPSC? Okay, I'll say you the options, but I'll also say the reality first. Okay, but first I'll say you the options. Okay, Anthro, political science and international relation, sociology, PubAd, and geography. Okay, leave out geography. Geography has also gone now. Okay, PubAd. These 4 are going. It's at history also. Okay, these 5 are the options that are taken, but this was happening till 2017. That is, if you take optional, you will inevitably get good marks, because in general studies, whatever you write in 4 papers, let's imagine I go and write, you go and write, ma'am goes and write. Okay. In compared to you, my knowledge is more because I'm studying. Okay. But still, we all will be getting nearly same marks. The paper is made like that. Optional is the only paper you can score more. If you can go beyond 350, you can get into IAS. It was earlier like this, but now UPSC understood this. After 2018-19, all the optionals are made into level playing field. If you study and write an optional, be it a maths optional also, you will get about 300, 350. Now parity has come up because they want to establish a level playing field. They don't want technical people to enter. This is the game. Reality is this. These are the 5 options that are students picking. It's up to you. Okay. Optional selection will be based on individuals' preferences towards a subject. I don't like a humanities subject. I wrote my first mains with public administration. I got 170 marks or 500 marks. Then I understood my life cannot change with PubAd. Then I changed PubAd. I went into Anthro. I got 286 or something out of 500. Then only I got the interview call. So it happens. Individuals' differences vary. Okay. Any doubts? Erstwhile students have asked the doubts. Present students, any doubts?
Ask some doubts. No, it's not about technical, right? He's sharing this experience only. No, you can ask the doubts, right? What, Arsha?
What, Arsha? Every time you'll be asking doubts only. Now, no doubts.
Both of you
Yeah.
against them only.
So, when we selected the interview,
Yeah.
interviewers must be looking for, they'll check our behavior and our ethical planning. So, what exactly do they look for in a person?
First thing is the major purpose of interview is the thinking pattern, ma'am. It's not about the behavior, to be honest. Okay. First they'll start thinking or seeing about the thinking pattern. So to understand the thinking pattern, you have to have content. Okay. They'll focus on these 2 things. And the stage you go to the interview, your etiquettes and manners would have changed a lot. Okay. For example, when I came to Shankar IAS Academy for interview actually. That's how I started my journey with Shankar IAS Academy. I came for a mock interview. When I sat in front of Shankar sir, he's not there now. When I sat in front of Shankar sir, he was taking my interview. I was doing my hands like this. Okay. This he asked me to stop. Because this and this if you do, it shows you are in tense mode. Okay. That will make your marks less. Okay. That he asked me to stop. Okay. And if you shake your legs, your body will shake. That shows you are a tense tendency. Okay. Tense person. And if you close your fist, it shows that you're closed mindset. Okay. So they ask you to sit normally with open hands. That they'll teach you in the mock interview. Because before interview, if I say no also it's of less importance. If you go to interview, you will give at least 4 or 5 mock interviews. There, if you come to our institute, this time retired IAS officer was there. So they will tell you what is wrong, what is right. Okay. That is etiquettes and manners there. Okay. It's all about your body language they check. Okay.
As you said now, we can't make hand movements, but for interview of the companies, hand movements is the one of the specific area.
Yeah, that's why you get posted from an employee CEO, but not the president. Ma'am, that's right. It differs. It differs from service to service. It differs from organization to organization. Here, this is the procedure.
The attitude, what they are showing, in a sense.
Yeah, but
Because
behind.
it brings out because there will be 5 people in total who will be taking your interview. One will be the chairman of the board. The other 2 people, other 4 people will be sitting 2 to that side, this side. One person will be psychologist, and you will not find out who is that psychologist. One person will be sitting. Examiner or the chairman of the board will be the UPSC member for sure. And when he is putting the marks, the final asking or the final take will be from a psychologist. He will ask him, what do you think? Is the person fit for service or not? He says yes, mark goes up. He says no, marks come down. That is the psychological person is there to understand your aptitude. Because if you sit in a press meet, madam, you can't shake your hands. You can't move your hands. Okay, just what? If you sit for a chief secretary level or RBI level managers, you don't, directors, you don't see them shaking their hands. They sit and keep on talking. Rarely they shake.
Stiff.
They are stiff. That's what. That's it. Any other doubts? No.
is the qualifying marks in mains to get selected for exam?
Out of 1750, that's what. It varies from exam to exam, sir. And because the variation comes with the level of distribution of vacancies, how many vacancies are there, and that time students' quality of the answers and the marking pattern all changes. So I have seen a cutoff from 770 to 910 variation. If you get this marks, you'll clear. You'll get an interview call. Okay. After that, you're getting into rank, getting into service is completely different. Okay. It has varied, sir. Every year it has varied. When I wrote, it was 770. The marking pattern was very strict that time. And I've seen a lenient marking pattern of 910 as a cutoff.
Okay. How is ranking based?
First is the marking. Okay. They have this process of scaling. Okay. That is, for example, student from interior Karnataka or northern Karnataka knowledge mindset versus the Delhi student mindset is completely different because he is in the capital. He is aware of many things. You can't expect that from a northern Karnataka or southern Tamil Nadu, whichever interior parts. So they will bring a scaling pattern that they will not disclose outside. That is the intellectual property of UPSC. They'll bring in a level playing field, and first they will give you a ranks based on the markings. Then they will see whether you are in this category, SC or ST or OBC. Then only they will give you the ranks. This is marks plus the reservations. Reservations matter, sir, India. Any doubts? Have doubts? Fine. I'll wrap it up.
So when you got this aspiration to go for UPSC?
That's what, ma'am.
After your engineering?
No.
Before that?
Before. I was in, I was in actually 7th standard.
Oh, that time.
Sure.
From that time. Because my brother not only is a CA, he's junior India hockey captain. His selection got withheld one time. So he went, I and my father, I went with my father to talk about his selection. The person is KPS Gill, Foreign Service Officer. He said, how do you study and why don't you study? Just for namesake, he said, that's where the journey started. Anything else to add up? Any doubts? Wrap up? Happy? Yes. So if you have same name, Shankar IAS Academy, Bangalore, it's there in Vijayanagara, Chandra layout. If you have any doubts, okay, you can get my number from ma'am sitting here. She has my number, or you can directly contact that. We'll give you the details. Okay. My best advice: start early. Really start early. If you are going to come to this journey anytime, don't play with your age. That's the one thing I'll request you. Because once the age goes off, government also can't do anything. Okay. If you're going to come to this journey, start early. That will give you a head start because your mind will be still fresh with no preoccupations. Okay. As you grow old, many preoccupations comes in. You'll not be understanding. You'll be wasting your time. Okay. Many family things come in. Many things come in. So start early. You'll be there in this journey. And people who are coming into this journey, all the very best. Okay. Chalo. Thank you.